Hi. I wanted to talk about the dosage is always the poison. I saw this one video by Hank Green and it was titled Is Weed Worse Than Gambling? And in this video he even admitted that he kind of was comparing an apple to an orange by saying that weed was a product and that gambling was like this ethereal thrill that you get from putting your money on the line and then hoping for a return, right? And getting it back to you. But obviously, one of them has to be kind of worse. And most people chalked it up to, oh, well, at least weed doesn't do that much destruction. Or at least gambling does way more harm. And it's more concrete. You can keep doing it. It's way easier to lure you in, essentially. But I personally thought both of them were kind of bad because, again, the dosage is always the poison. And weed feels more deceptive because people say, oh, yeah, it's not as bad as gambling or it's not as bad as the other thing. So honestly, you could just keep doing it. You could just quit whenever you want. But really, can you? Can you do it? You don't know. You don't know if you until you try it. Then you realize, then you end up like that one dude who was like 10 years on weed addiction. And you just end up feeling really deceived and it feels kind of ingrained into your body, especially if you do it at like a young age. It basically becomes a part of like a routine for your body. I did do it on for myself at least. I did do weed um at a young age, around 16 at the time, but I just I don't know, it didn't really stick to me like I thought it would. Mainly because I don't go out looking for it. It just kind of happens with my friends occasionally. And now I don't even try to go for that. It doesn't make sense to, at least. It doesn't make sense to go after it anymore. And I love my coffee right here that I have. Caffeine is probably the strongest drug that took over the earth. But damn, is it so cool and so awesome. I love it. I've been drinking it ever since I was a kid. Ooh, hot. The dosage is always the poison. Even like water, even something as wholly of a substance as like basic clean water, you could basically drown from it or bloat yourself internally if you just ingest too much of it, or vegetables or anything. If you ingest too much thinking that, oh yeah, I could eat all this, or oh yeah, I could totally drink all this. Again, no matter what, the dosage is always a poison. No matter what, it always is. Even I learned actually fun little fact. I learned that apple seeds, they contain a small amount of cyanide. Not enough to kill you. You would die trying to eat as many apple seeds to try to die from cyanide if you tried that. If you tried getting cyanide poisoning from an apple seed, you'd probably die from being bloated and not being able to digest all those seeds. you know. But inside of them, if you blend them, they become that cyanide that's usually in those seeds also gets blended and it gets really concentrated. So if you try to make an apple like shake or something like that, you will die of cyanide poisoning because it will get super absurdly concentrated and it'll be everywhere in the drink and it will be a lethal dose, as in, the one that kills you. you know, Again, the dosage is always the poison. No matter what you intake from life or give or take from life, there's always gonna be it's always gonna be the dosage on whether or not it's viable or worthy to do it. But anyways, That was me. See ya.